Hello and welcome to the 65th episode of Williams Whiteboard. As I always do, I'd like to take a quick moment just to say thank you to all of you that have come by, watched the videos, left comments, likes, and shares. I really appreciate the shares. So on today's 65th episode, we're going to continue the success building blocks, part 2. So as we talked about last week, the success building blocks, there were 4 of them. Success building blocks. The foundational building blocks that can help you build a successful career in just about any vertical. The first was career alignment. Okay, career alignment. We talked about that last week. The second is a bias for action. Okay. Number 3 is mentorship. And most importantly, sponsorship. And number 4, grab a shovel and dig. Go to work. Okay, so let's talk about, in this second episode, let's talk about the bias for action. Why that's so important. So a bias is an inclination, a preference for or against person, thing, ideology, or group. Okay, a bias. A bias. It's an inclination, a preference. Okay, so in this instance, this is a for preference. A preference for action. Simply having the desire to take action as you are building a successful career, activity, business, whatever that is. The ability to take action, being ready, having an inclination, a desire to go to work. Okay, that's important. Okay. The second piece of that is that ownership. Ownership of action. One of the things that I saw in my career, one of the things I think that helped me in my career and that I saw a lack of at times was individuals willing to own the requirements, own the activity, own the work, the ability to just simply say, I'm here, it's been assigned to me, I got it. Okay? The third one is that self-initiative. Self-initiative. Not waiting for the assignment, but going and grabbing it. Self-initiative is a powerful tool, is a powerful capability that demonstrates your willingness to take action, that you stand up, you take a step forward and say, I'm interested. Okay? These 3 tend to have a strong correlation to the 4th one, which is help coming. Okay? When you have a bias for action, people actually want to come and help you. Okay? I remember someone telling me the stories that when you see someone with their car broken down on the side of the road and they're just leaning against their car with their thumb up, there's not really a bias, a preference to help. It's only when you see that that individual pushing the car, it's like, oh, help's coming. Okay? They have self-initiative. They've owned the process. They've owned the issue. They've leaned into it. Therefore, help's coming. I believe in a bias for action, showing up with a bias for action, receiving, taking ownership, having self-initiative, and then with those, here comes the help. I believe the strongest corollary to a bias for action as it applies to successfully building a career is simply showing up ready. When you show up ready, a lot of the activity will take care of itself. This is William's Whiteboard, and this is Success Building Blocks for a Career, Part 2, the bias for action. Thank you so very much for your time. And as I always say, when you're chewing on a problem and you don't know what to do, grab a whiteboard and a marker or two and get after it. All the best. Be well.